Okay, this is warm-up number 3 or 4. This is problem 30. Some traits of living organisms are inherited, while some behaviors must be learned. Which statement is related to inherited traits or learned behaviors is not correct? So we are looking for false. Okay. The ability of a figure skater to spin on ice is related to both inherited traits and learned behaviors. Okay. So there are things about both with figure skaters being able to spin that we could say. So, like how tall you are, how athletic you are, all of those things. But then also, it is a learned behavior. So, I would say this is, in fact, both. So, this one would be true. The ability of lions to use camouflage to hide in grassy fields is an inherited trait. This one would be true because this would be the color of their fur, and that is an inherited trait. So, true. The number and type of legs a cricket has is an inherited trait only. Yes. So how many legs and what they are like, that is in fact inherited from their parents. So that is true. The behavior of a dog guiding a blind person on a walk through a neighborhood is an inherited trait only. This one is in fact false. So it's our answer. False, because that would be a learned behavior. That is something dogs are taught to do. They're not born knowing to do that. It is in fact false. It is a learned behavior, not an inherited trait. So J is our answer. So we're going to answer the question here. We're going to have our claim that a dog guiding a blind person is not inherited. So that's our claim. And then our evidence, remember, it's just a fact from science that relates to this. So we can define what an inherited trait is here. Inherited traits are physical characteristics that are passed down from parents. We are born with them. Okay, and then our reasoning is going to combine both of these together. So how does the evidence support our claim? And we would say a dog is not born knowing how to be a guide dog for blind people. It is taught. Okay. Making sure we have all 3 complete sentences there. Then we're going to move on to number 3 right here. A farmer keeps bees to pollinate crops. The farmer makes several observations about the bees. Number 1, bees make return trips to drink sugar water from a bowl placed 40 meters from their hive. Bees have dark eyes and black and yellow stripes. Bees produce honey from the nectar they collect. Bees will sting when threatened or disturbed. Which of these observations describes a learned behavior? So before we even read here, we're going to go back and we're going to label these learned behaviors or like inherited traits. So bees making trips back and forth to a bowl of sugar water. This would be a learned behavior because the bowl is not from their natural habitat. It's something that is new to them, and they learn over time to keep going back to it. And not all bees are born knowing hey, I need to find a bowl of sugar water. They're actually looking for flowers. So this is kind of outside of their normal instincts. This is a learned behavior. Okay. Bees have dark eyes and black and yellow stripes. This is inherited from their parents. It is a physical trait that they inherit or is passed down. Bees producing honey from the nectar they collect is also inherited. It is something they are born knowing to do. It's a natural instinct. Bees will sting when threatened or disturbed. Again, an instinct that they are born knowing to do. So again, we're looking for the learned behavior. So now we're just going to look for this one right here, which is A. Okay, now we're going to make our claim, which is bees going to a bowl of sugar water is a learned behavior. Okay, and our evidence is going to be just the definition of a learned behavior. A learned behavior is something, an organism, which is a living thing. Plants and animals have learned behaviors. Something an organism does that is taught or learned through experience. Not born knowing it. Okay, and then our reasoning is just going to be, how does the evidence support my claim? And sorry, my cord is all messed up. Okay, and so the reasoning is that not all bees are born knowing to find a bowl of sugar water. It is a learned behavior. Okay.